Hey everybody, hope you're well. It's James here over at the Part-Time Entrepreneur, and it's the 1st of October, so we now have my October review, and I'm so glad to have my iMac back. It's been 2 weeks, I haven't been able to do any videos, so proper excited to get back on this. So first thing is September, bit of a bloodbath in some people's eyes, bargain hunting in some others. We've had this whole thing with China, South Korea, all the rest of it. Biggest thing we need to remember is success isn't a straight line. It's going to be all wiggly, and we really need to stick together as a community and really get behind cryptocurrency. And the other thing is this: we all have a responsibility to educate people as well. So education leads to knowledge, knowledge leads to acceptance. No education equals no knowledge equals fear. People panic and they start doing some crazy stuff. So we already know that we can survive without China. Facebook, Google's the second biggest company in the world. We already know that we don't need them. If it's us versus China, then fair play. So with all this stuff going on, yeah, they account for a nice chunk of maybe the money in cryptocurrency. They account for 80% of the mining. If they weren't mining, I'd just buy a whole bunch more machines and just get on it. Put a factory of them. So we'll just see what happens there. But there's more challenges as we go through. We just really need to just all stick together on this. So, October, what are my predictions? So, the overall plan as I see it is that September, we had the wind taken out of our sails a little bit. We're just getting back on our feet in October, and I think we'll start to really motor in November. And then come December, there'll be good momentum, but then we'll see some of probably the bigger traders trade out over Christmas, which will leave a bit of a dip, which will provide us with some good buying opportunities. Before then, we hit into Jan, and then I think we'll see some real good momentum up into February. So if we look at the total market capitalization, we can see that we've got these two humps here, quite clear. And then I think we're about to start our third one as we start to build up. So again, when I talk about the momentum, but we will also see that come down, and I think we'll see that come down in probably sort of December time. And then if we look at the market capitalization very quickly, we've seen obviously March, loads of ICOs coming in. Share a throat, as I like to call it, went down for Bitcoin, but we're seeing that come back. Even though there's loads more ICOs, loads more coins in the marketplace, people are switching into Bitcoin. I think they're trying to balance their portfolio, which is one thing I've tried to do, and create some security, but also long term, I'm very, very bullish in terms of where Bitcoin's going. So my number 5 coin for October, November is Salt. Currently trading at 642. It fixes the issues where you don't have to sell your cryptocurrency. You can have a loan, you can put your Bitcoin in. They'll always add on 25% to account for market fluctuations, but you can get cash back to go and do the things that you want to without having to sell your cryptocurrency. Backed by Eric Voorhees, obviously big creator of the old Shapeshift. Long-term price on this, $18. When I talk long-term, it's 6 months to a year. And if we look at some of the charts, we've obviously seen very early on, we've seen this big sell-off here. Main reason for that was that you could have got in at, I think it was $3, $5, $7.50 and stuff. So there was a whole bunch of people that got in dead cheap, so they've sold off. In this area, they've probably started to buy back in, and now we're really starting to see it motor. Number 4, we have Centra. So again, really like Centra. Main reason I like these guys is obviously they've got the card, which is great. Massively undervalued at 123, but they've got CBay, like the eBay, Amazon side of things, where you can go and spend your cryptocurrency. I think that could be absolutely huge. Obviously, things with like using Visa and retail margins, especially online, the Visa retail fees can sometimes be half of a retailer's margin. So see these being real big. Obviously Cliff High was promoted this at first, realized he made a mistake, but then through that he gave loads of advice to Centra, gave them loads of tips, and they made the changes. So they're a very progressive company. Again, next couple of months, see this going to $3 to $4 mark. And if we look at the charts here, we've seen some decent spikes on a bit of a trajectory down at the moment, but I definitely see this coming back quite soon, especially now people can go out and they can they can register for the cards as well. So once those cards get distributed, people start using it, start talking about it, you use it in the shop, your mate goes, oh, what's that? Then it'll start to really get some momentum. Number 3 is Komodo. Now, Komodo, we've been seeing some real good price action recently. Again, $2.30 at the moment. It's a Zcash clone, so that this security coin. Obviously, you know, there was an A-star team working on Zcash. As most people know, that I'm a big fan of Z Classic as well. Very much use it for my day trading portfolio. Again, they've got some strategic partnerships with Monese, so the whole decentralized ICO process. So that's going to be huge for them as well. I'm talking probably month to 6 weeks, $3 to $3.50 mark. And again, if we look at some of these charts here, we're seeing some real highs and real lows. What we're seeing is that forward trend and momentum going up, which is really what I'm looking at. So I think that we'll see some real great momentum for these guys, and they have the news and the projects to be able to carry that forward. Now we have Ethereum at number 2, Vitalik. I've got to take my hat off to this guy, you know, 23, 24 years old. He's created an absolute monster. He's the Kurt Cobain of the music world. And, you know, current price, $2.99. You know, absolute bargain, I think. One of the very first coins I bought, you got the Metropolis upgrade that's come in, so you know it's going to make a whole bunch of the security a lot easier. Also, it's going to address the mining issue. There's the privacy, the public-private keys that he's going to look at. There's the syncing times. There's also, you're going to be able to revert transactions, so you don't have to send double gas to obviously get it back when ICOs get really, really busy, and also the ability where the ICO company can pay the gas for you. So loads of great things coming up. You know, very forward-thinking guy, very strategic. Really, really like him. Massive fan of Ethereum. Celerity is coming up the upgrade from proof of work, which is obviously mining, to proof of stake, where you stake your coins. And there's a whole bunch of stuff there, so it's going to be more eco-friendly. It's going to be faster block times, and also there'll be less tokens in circulation, so you know, fixes that sort of inflationary issue as well. So moving on to our number 1 looky likey. So we have our Julian Hosp on the left hand side, and his brother from another mother, which is Brad from Neighbours. So I thought this would be a nice fun thing to chuck in. I was just looking at pictures to put into the presentation, and that photo come up, and I was like, man, he's such a looky likey, gotta throw it in. So yeah, number 1 is 10x. Really, really like 10x. When the dip came, I bought a whole bunch more of 10x. Really, really starting to build a big part of these coins. 271 at the moment. The other big thing is obviously there was a whole hoo-ha about the card provider and all this, but that was always temporary. So they've now confirmed that they have the new card supplier in place. So that's the company that supply Visa. So it's as good as being with Visa, but it's not Visa itself. So great result for the team. The other thing is, if you hold the coins, you get a residual income, and if these guys do anywhere near what they say they're going to do, this, you know, the residual income, if I keep accumulating at the rate I am, I won't have to work again. I can live off the residual income from the 10x card and not have to go to work, and use my 10x card for spending my cryptocurrency that I'll do on the side. So, you know, opportunities to do those types of things. End of the year, easily $5 if we keep the momentum going. Now, one thing I've got to say with Julian is I'm just so impressed with how open and honest and the ethics of this company, and it's the number 1 thing that I look at when I go and I put my money into a company, is that, you know, number 1 has to be the ethics, and Julian does that. He's for me, he's number 1 leader in when they did the ICO, and also in terms of how they run the company and stuff. And you know, this guy, he knows that he can't do this on his own, and he's got, you know, the Airbnb guys as mentors and stuff. So, you know, I do a lot of that stuff myself. I go to see Tony Robbins, bits and pieces, you know, really sort of expand my thinking and hang around with people that are way better than I am, so I can learn all the time. And this guy's doing it constantly. So he's on this huge journey. The ethics of the company are just totally impressed. And I'd love to go see him in Singapore next time I'm over. Again, here you can see the charts. We've also seen that massive downward momentum, but now we're starting to see that reversal and it's starting to come back. And they have the news, and obviously the cards will be coming out soon. I've ordered my card, so I'm really excited to start using it. And I'll give you some practical examples of how I'm going to use my card. So I've got my own mining that I do, so obviously that produces coins. I need to pay the electricity, so the money that I get paid from my normal job, that will stay in my account. Where I would have spent money on maybe clothes or petrol or food or whatever, I will use that on the Tenix card. So let's say the electricity bill is £120. Well, I will spend £120 of crypto on my Tenix card buying bits and pieces. Obviously, there'll be a section that I put to one side, which I will, won't touch for a long time as my long-term investment, but I'll also use some of it to pay for stuff, because if we start doing that and using it as a day-to-day thing, then that's when it's going to become absolutely huge. Some other coins to sort of that I haven't mentioned here, big ones I would say are Binance. If you got in at 55 or 56 cents it went down to, that would have been an absolutely awesome buy. Potentially could go to back up to $2 potentially. It seems to have a kiss of death of anything that's listed on there at the moment. There seems to be massive hype and then the coins drop off. Massive fan of Litecoin. I think that's going to do some great things. I'm mining it, so I really do hope it does big things. And then Bitcoin's seeing a massive drop on that at the moment. So again, could be huge buying opportunity to get back in on that. Again, Neo's gone up recently. I see that being quite volatile still. So still, some good trading opportunities. Could be a good time to get some OMG. Hopefully you got your OMGs in the airdrop, which was quite nice when I got a little notification about that, so that was cool. So got some free OMGs, so really good. And also the Quantum and the Ethereum Classic charts are looking quite tasty as well, so check those ones out. ICOs for October. So first one is Cash Poker Pro. Now I've already talked about that I like to make residual income off my coins. That's where I put my big amounts of money in. So Cash Poker Pro, again, same vibe. You can make a residual income off the coins. If you got early in on the pre-ICO, it was 5 cents. I think the next time it opens, it's going to be like 40 cents or something like that. So again, I've bought in, I've got my tokens, but again, this will be really good because they've got the beta version out that you can go and play on as well. Online poker is huge. I play a lot of it, and now with these guys in charge, they've obviously got a huge proven track record already, so they'll do some great things. The other thing is Utrust. Utrust is, I think it's going to be huge. This is Monetha 2.0. So they've taken what Monetha are doing in a sense and added in the elements that made PayPal so big online. So the biggest thing is this. The reason PayPal was so big online is because they had this intermediary where if you had a buyer and a seller and something went wrong, there was someone in the middle that would sort of handle the issues. And with Utrust, you get that. With Monetha, it's all based on like their ranking system type thing. So I think for people in crypto space, they go, yeah, that's good enough. If you're outside the crypto space, you want that person in the middle, because that's what you've had with PayPal. So why are you going to start using cryptocurrency if you lose all these little safety nets that make people feel comfortable and safe when they use these products or services? So I think Utrust is going to be huge. Next one is Robinhood. I think this platform is going to be absolutely fantastic. Seems like they've got a real great team. They're working really hard at the moment to get this up and running as soon as possible. Had a little play on their website and stuff. It looks good. It looks user friendly. There's a few sites out there that just do my head in that I have to use at the moment, like EtherDelta. So, not as user friendly as it should be. And I think these guys are going to blow the back doors off there. So coins I'm currently swerving. So the first one is Steemit. Reading just so much stuff out there that there are better platforms to use. I read some articles on it and bits and pieces, but just not really getting it at the moment. So not really feeling it. If I'm not feeling it, others aren't feeling it, so they're not going to join it. It ain't going to be massive, and it ain't going to be worth a load of money. The other one is Walton Coin. Recently seen that absolutely rocket off. So there's going to be a drawback on that big time. But the other thing is that the technology that Walton Coin is using already exists. When I read the paper, I thought, wow, this is amazing technology. But it already exists. It's just not on blockchain. Now, in America, they've trialed this, and the technology works, as in, when people pick it up, it registers that people picked it up and what color it was and all the rest of it. What doesn't work is the translation into sales. And that is the number one thing for me, that if you can't translate something into sales, and retailers in America aren't going to be pick it like the big ones, who've been trialing it. If they're not going to pick it up, then you're left with the smaller retailers, which is fine because some of them are obviously worth, some worth billions, some worth hundreds of millions, and but if the big ones aren't picking it up, then you got yourself a serious issue. So I'm standoffish on this at the moment. Need to do a whole bunch more research. Monaco again, seen this huge spike, massive drop off. I just think that they've got too much competition on their hands with Centra and also 10x at the moment. So I'm just going to steer clear of these coins at the moment. So I've got my Udemy course. Now, the reason I pulled this together was I got a lot of people coming to me asking me questions about ICOs. What's your trading strategy? What things should I look at on the market? What's the psychology? What should I be looking out for? All these types of things. And I just didn't have time to reply to everybody, so I just put this course together, and at the minimum amount that Udemy would let me push it out for. So there's a link at the bottom. It's $10 or £10, 3.5 hours of absolute quality material. There's loads of reviews from loads of people all around the world that I've never heard of, but I'm really grateful that they've participated and took the course and got value out of it, but also kindly left me feedback. So I've also got a free cryptocurrency community group, so it's PTE Cryptocurrency Community. It'd be great to have more people in that are really up for learning how to research ICOs once you've done the course, but also to sort of help me out so I can get more balanced views, opinions, and we can create a real great community where we get behind sort of like all the good ICOs because we've researched them and everything. So it'd be great to have you guys on board. If you liked this video and you thought it was helpful, then please give me a like. All right, thanks guys.